I love what you said though about like I love it. It probably wasn't easy for you to deal with growing up, but that friction between your mom, because her saying, it's difficult to raise a child who's not like you. And it sounds like you all came to this place that's full circle, but we don't talk a lot about mother wounds. Like we talk about daddy issues and daddy wounds, but we have mother wounds in our community that we don't acknowledge because moms are heroes, right? And we put them on the pedestal. But what do you do when you don't feel valued by the first woman in your life? And not to say this is your story, because I don't know your dynamic, but I know that I speak with enough women to know that, like, when you have friction in their relationship with your mother, it does affect your identity in many ways. And so I hope that that full circle moment that maybe that you had and that maybe others are listening to right now will serve as a testimony to what's possible in that mother relationship. Because did you ever imagine that things would be where they are now?
I always like my sister and my mom have always been really close. Like for my entire life, I remember them being significantly closer than me and my mom were. So I've always, even as a child, like that was my goal for me and my mom to get to a place where we would just call each other like, girl, like just, sit on the phone back and forth. Or like my mom would literally be my best friend. And it's crazy that we're talking about this because my friends, when my friends that are having issues with their mom talk about it and we talk about it, they always like, how did you and your mom get to this place? And it comes with being extremely like showing your showing your parents grace is like really big, and being
Mm,
open to whatever God is going to do. Like it was always, my mom didn't even know it was a prayer for me, but it was always a prayer that we can get to a point that we can literally be best friends. I can just call, I would want to call my mom, like not I'm calling her out of obligation, but I want to call my mom and tell her about my day. I want to call my mom and tell her my good news. And it really just took us sitting down and having open conversations with each other, me being honest about how my childhood affected me being honest about where I envision our relationship being, and just being open and transparent and giving her, like, when I said giving her grace, was like, if we wouldn't have a relationship right now if I didn't give her grace, because my mom was a kid when she had me, child.
yeah.
Like, I have to give her grace. I have to.